Hey everybody, it's Megan. As always, I hope all of you are doing well. Today, I'm going to be going over a very interesting topic. It's going to be the 7 Louis Vuitton pieces worth your money. I did give this one a lot of thought, and I am going to be showing you bags as well as some SLGs. And, this isn't going to be a video that's going to be centered on the least expensive bags from Louis Vuitton, but I definitely took into consideration the price. You're definitely not going to be seeing any type of outrageous prices as I go along with these items. I do want to mention I've been doing this recently because you guys like it. You seem to like it. The jewelry that I am wearing today, this is going to be the Lady LV necklace. So pretty, you guys. I could just go on and on and on. I love the layered look of it. I am loving this little icon right here of the LV. I really, really enjoy the fact that it stands out so elegantly, and it's not just like an in-your-face type of necklace, but because it has that shine, it's just amazing. Also, I'm wearing the Lady LV earrings that do match, and for a matching set, these really just are not overboard because of the size of these earrings. But again, going back to the shine, they are small, but they do pack a big punch just because they're so beautiful with that beautiful, beautiful shine going on within this little earring, also going on within the icons of this necklace. Again, this is the Lady LV necklace, this is the Lady LV earrings, and I will link them within the description box below. I do want to mention very quickly before we get into this, if you have not joined my YouTube luxury community, I kindly invite you to do so by clicking on that subscribe button you see located right down there below on your screen, and also by clicking that notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video. So I'm going to be going over these in really no particular order, and I want to apologize in advance because I am filming this when the sun is going down. Yes, it is sunset. So the lighting might change as I'm going through the video. I apologize for that in advance. But what can I say? The sun comes up, the sun comes down. It is what it is, pretty much. Okay, so the first item that I want to go over with you guys is going to be the mini Pochette. The reason I chose this is because of the versatility. I know our minds, a lot of us Louis Vuitton lovers, can go back to, a few short years ago when this was priced a good amount less than what it's priced today. But I do want to say it's been, 2 years. I want to say 2 years, at least a year and a half, that it's been stable with a price of $760 US. This piece, just like all of the pieces I'm going to show you, I consider to definitely be forever pieces. The reason it's so great is because it's so wonderful for running errands. And I can attest to this. Yes, I can. Because although, humbly say, I always say humbly say because it's very true. I'm humble about my collection. There are days where I just don't feel like bringing a bigger bag with me. There's days where I'm just out the door and I just want to run a few quick errands. And I literally just put a card holder in here, my key fob, my compact, a lipstick, a lip gloss, and I'm good to go. I have my essentials. So the mini Pochette is beautiful, classic. And I even told my husband recently, we were going to church, how much I enjoy wearing this piece just as much as I do a bag. And speaking of a bag, you can definitely get away with wearing this as a bag because it does have the little D-rings on the side right here to add a strap to it if you like. And you know what? I stand by what I say, and I'm going to prove that because I happen to own it in the by the pool version. And this just goes to show, if you're not a fan of the monogram, you definitely have other options. Louis Vuitton is always coming out with different collections that feature the mini Pochettes. Here I have, oh my goodness, I love this one, you guys. This is the rose gold Fernie leather with little monogram trimmings. Absolutely beautiful. And then I have the bicolor empreinte version. I also have demi ribbon. This one actually is my favorite. I think it's just very, very elegant. I also have it with my name on it, which is just love this piece. So I could go on and on about the mini Pochette, and I do think the fact that I have so many proves the point that I really do feel that this is something that's worth your money. Yes, I do. And I can honestly say that none of these are going to leave my collection. Do I really need to have this many? No. But do I use them all the time? Absolutely, yes. And besides the fact of just using it on its own, this can definitely be a great little catch-all in any of your bags. It will fit quite a few little items inside, and it's just such a beautiful, gorgeous piece to carry around within your bag. So the mini pochette can be a great catch-all. It can be used on its own. It's a wonderful, versatile piece. I highly recommend it. And given the fact that, you know, so much of Louis Vuitton is just so expensive, it's just crazy expensive, I do feel that this is just so worth your money, and I do feel that you would find it to be a great forever piece within your collection. Next piece is going to be a bag. It comes in at a price of $2,030 US, but my goodness, in comparison to other bags and what you get with other bags and what you get with this bag, can I actually say it's a good deal? Yes, I can. And I'm talking about the beautiful and gorgeous Neverfull GM. I do have it in the demi-urbaine. I also have it in the monogram. Reason I'm showing both of these to you is I really want to display the versatility that this bag offers. You could obviously just use this bag as it comes, and I think you can tell it fits a ton. This is going to be a great travel bag, a great baby bag. It's going to be the perfect bag to just bring basically anytime you need to bring a lot of items with you. And I just love the fact that you can cinch in the sides to make it more of a medium style bag. You're getting two bags in one. That's the way that I see it, definitely, for sure, because you're getting two different looks for the price of one bag. We could think about certain bags. Say, for example, do you see that Pochette Matisse backpack right there? I do believe that comes in around $3,000. And that Speedy 20 trunk that you see right there comes in around $3,350 US. If you're ever interested in either one of these prints and you're thinking to yourself, which one should I get? Which one should I get? From my experience, it's interesting because it really depends on the bag, whether or not I prefer the monogram or whether or not I prefer the demi-urbaine. But with the Neverfull, I really love the monogram. Yes, I do. But oh my goodness, I'm in love with the demi-urbaine. And I think it's just because of the fact that it really does stay new looking for years and years and years. I have used this bag countless times, especially on ski trips, especially out in the rain. It's a very carefree, elegant looking, beautiful, casual bag. So the Neverfull GM is going to be my second choice for a bag that would be very, very good to consider as one that's definitely worth your money. So next one I want to show you is going to be the Keepall. And yes, I'm showing you my recently added to my collection reverse monogram Keepall because she's so pretty, and I have not used her yet, although I will be using her next weekend on a snowboarding trip, which I'm very, very excited about. The Keepall is definitely going to be one that you can use time and time and time again for the rest of your life and basically never get tired of. It's a classic piece. Louis Vuitton, as a lot of us know, started as a luggage company. What better to represent a luggage company than the classic Keepall? I do want to share some news when it comes to the Keepall. Louis Vuitton, as a lot of you know, sells different sizes. There is the 45 being the smallest size. There is also the 50, 55, and newly discontinued 60. I looked on the Louis Vuitton website and saw that the size 60 is no longer there. But, you know, there is a little bit of a pro to that. And the pro is if you wanted to bring that size 60 on an airplane as a carry-on, you would not be able to. You can bring up to a size 55. Again, there's 45, 50, 55, but you can't bring a size 60. So maybe that can make us feel a little bit better. And plus, the 55 does fit quite a few items. Here, I can go ahead and show you, oh my goodness, you guys, this might just be the very best piece. No, it is. It is. It's the best piece in my collection overall. This is from the, if you're ever interested in looking on the pre-love market, the Spring in the City 2022 collection in the Sunset Pastel. It actually only came in the Sunset Pastel, this Keepall 45. The 45 is a great size for overnight travel, but if you wanted more room, there is going to be the size 50. I think you guys get the point. I really like the Keepall. I definitely think it's worth it, and I think it's worth your money. And then there is going to be the size 50. Now, if you guys are wondering to yourself, maybe I'd like a Keepall, but I really just don't know which size. I did do a very thorough review on the differences between the size 45, 50, and 55. Linked right up here. Hopefully you will find that helpful. I'll also put it within the description box below. So why not switch it up just a little bit? I'm going to move on to an SLG that's so worth money. My goodness. And when it comes to the cost of it, I don't think it gets any better. I don't even know if there's anything less. I guess there's one thing that's less expensive within the fashion house, but this is definitely on the very, very low end when it comes to cost. And I am speaking of the card holder that Louis Vuitton sells. I'm not sure if you guys are like me, but I really just don't carry around a ton of stuff when it comes to cash and receipts and all that fun stuff. I really just carry my cards around with me. So this is a beautiful one as well. This is a more extended version of the card holder, and it does have a zipper on it. Louis Vuitton sells different variations when it comes to their card holders. And to give an example, this reverse monogram, which I absolutely love, is $270 US. And can I add that I've used this piece countless, and I do mean countless, as well as this one. I've just used it so much, you guys, and they stay looking amazing, like brand new. And for Louis Vuitton, the price of $270 US, the fact that we use our wallet so very much, and the fact that it's just not a very, very expensive item and it feels so nice in your hand when you're using it, I definitely think it's worth your money. These card holders are quite spacious. There is going to be a slot right here. There's going to be another slot on the opposite side, and then one in the middle. I would say that this card holder will comfortably fit between 6 and 8 cards. So if you wanted to, say you don't carry 6 to 8 cards with you, you could put cards right here, you could put cards right here, and if you needed to, you know, you could put receipts, maybe cash on the inside. So card holder is an amazing piece. I'm actually interested in getting an on-prompt version very soon to go with my black leather bag. I've been tentatively using my YSL black card holder, which there's nothing wrong with that, but there is a very beautiful black on-prompt version with a little charm that I'm very, very interested in. So yeah, you guys, the card holder is definitely one that I would recommend. Definitely worth your money. The next item that I want to go ahead and show you comes in at a price of $1,820 US. Obviously, I'm not speaking of an SLG, I'm speaking of a bag, and I think it's priced quite well. And I know we could go back, I know, and say, well, it was this price a few years ago, but still, you guys, for what you get with Louis Vuitton, I really could go over and over different bags that are $3,000, and this one is, again, $1,820 US, the beautiful and gorgeous Alma BB. I love this bag, especially in the demier band. Love it so very much that if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I love to use this one, especially in Hawaii, demier azure. You know what? My very favorite color is going to be the demier band. I just really love the shape of this bag. I love the fact that it has little feet. I love the fact that if you want to, you could use this bag crossbody over the shoulder, or you could just take the strap entirely off and wear it tote style, which I love. I didn't even think that I was going to really enjoy doing it that way until I actually did, and I wore it out. And I kid you not, you guys, I remember being in the car with my husband and I did not have the strap on it. And I'm just looking down at this bag and thinking to myself, gosh, you are pretty. And what I love about it too is the wear and tear. I've had this bag, I want to say 4 or 5 years. And as you can see, the wear and tear is absolutely amazing. And again, it has the feet on the bottom, which is going to allow you to set the bag down. Say, for example, you're at Starbucks, coffee shop, restaurant, wherever you may be, and there's nowhere to hang your bag. You can actually set your bag down with the feet underneath. So this is a beautiful one, and I really love to dress this one up as well. I do that with my bags. I think a lot of you guys know it's fun to play dress up with the bags. Say, for example, I'll just go ahead and add this charm on my demier azure version, and it looks like this. How gorgeous. This is just stunning. And when I think about the other bags that are like $1,000, $1,300 more, I just feel that you're getting so much with this piece. So the Alma BB is a great one. It's one you might want to consider. I know for me personally, this is never going to leave my collection. And I feel the same way about my Alma PM, but I actually enjoy the Alma BB more because I do get a lot more versatility. The Alma PM is pretty much, you know, used solely as a tote style bag. Gorgeous, very, very classy. But I love the size of this, and I also just love the versatility, again, of using the strap to wear crossbody or over the shoulder. So Alma BB is definitely one I highly recommend to spend your money on. So 2 more I want to show you, definitely worth your money. One is going to be SLG, one is going to be a bag. I'll show you the SLG first. I'm going to show you what I love and enjoy so much, and that is going to be the beautiful 6 key holder as well as the 4 key holder. My husband actually uses this piece with me because we have 2 cars. So one is on my 6 key holder, one is on my 4 key holder. What's great about this piece is, number one, it has great wear and tear, at least in my experience, because I've had these for so long. I want to say at least 5 years. And as you guys can see, the wear and tear is amazing. I don't know if the gold is going to be the very best option, because I have heard if you go to choose the other ones, I know there's like a fuchsia one, and someone had reached out to me talking about how it was chipping. I'm not sure if the gold might be a safer option if you were to get this. I find the gold to be very classic and beautiful looking, especially with the interior of this piece. I'm just loving the brown with that gold button. Now, I really want to add this. This is the biggest reason why I love this piece so much, and the biggest reason why I think it's worth your money. When you have those days when you're running your errands and you literally just need your cards and your keys, this is the piece to have. Yes, it is. For sure, because I do it all the time. It's really, really wonderful because it has this slot right here, which can fit quite a few cards on the inside. So say you're just going, you know, again, somewhere very, very quickly, you just need your keys and your cards. This is going to be a very, very good piece to have. And in 100% transparency with you guys, I would tell you this. If you are looking to use this piece a lot, I would probably go for the 6 key holder, just because it's going to fit more cards comfortably than the 4 key holder. Don't get me wrong, the 4 key holder will definitely fit cards, but I just find that I'm able to fit more actually in the 6 key holder. So the price is amazing. You're getting a piece that you get to use every single day, and you get to look at and say to yourself, that's a beautiful Louis Vuitton piece. Yes, it is. And with the goal of being able to use it for the rest of your life. Now, if the situation arises where you would need, say, for example, the button replaced, of course you can do that. That's the great thing about Louis Vuitton. They do have repairs. So the 4 key, 6 key holder is definitely going to be one that I recommend and is definitely well worth your money. I use mine every single day and enjoy it thoroughly. Now, the last piece that I want to go ahead and show you is a category bag. I really just cannot choose a size. I am speaking of the beautiful Speedy bandolier. Size is going to come down to preference, but I did say Speedy bandolier. The reason I said bandolier is because Speedy, as a lot of you guys know, comes in the classic style that does not have a strap, as well as the bandolier style, which does have the strap. Me personally, I really just love a strap because I have this bag in the size 30. In that bag, I love it. It has my name on it. Don't get me wrong, for the 30, I think it's great just to be held tote style. But I do know that when you hold a bag tote style, there's just going to be times throughout the day where you want to be hands-free. Say, for example, you're at the store and you're picking up all these things and you're holding your bag. It just gets uncomfortable. Been there, done that. And that's where I've just really realized that I really enjoy the bandolier version of the Speedy most. Now, when it comes to the Speedy, a lot of you guys know the leather version strap is going to come in a size 25, 30, 35, and I'm not too sure if there's a 40. I can't say for sure. I'm not sure if they discontinued it. Maybe it's still there. I'd have to double check. But yeah, at least for the 25, 30, 35, you do get a leather strap. And when it comes to the size 20, in the classic canvas version or demi bend version, it is going to come with the jacquard strap. Everybody has different opinions. Some of us like jacquard, some of us don't like jacquard. I happen to be a really big fan of it, especially with this bag. I find it to be very, very trendy, very, very edgy. But if you don't like the jacquard strap, you definitely have the option to swap this strap out, and you could definitely use another strap with it. Say, for example, the strap that comes with the classic Speedy bandolier. I have read so many of your comments in regard to the Speedy bandolier 25, 30, and so many of you tell me that it's your very favorite bag, and I definitely get why that is. And you know what, you guys, I'm not too sure. I want to say that this bag is $1,820 US. I definitely could be wrong. I will correct myself if I am. For that price, just going back to the whole, you know, so many Louis Vuitton bags are, you know, $1,000, $2,000 more than this bag. I just feel that it's so worth your money. And what's so great about the Speedy is the fact that it is never, ever, ever, and I do mean never, going to go out of style. The entire concept of the Speedy is very, very historic. Audrey Hepburn was actually behind that. She called and said, I would love to have a smaller bag of the Keepall made for me. And she got the Speedy 25. How historic, iconic, and amazing is that? So when you wear the Speedy, you're wearing history on your arm. Also, yeah, you're just basically going to be wearing a bag that's very, very classic and is always going to be trending. History has truly proven that to us. Again, the reason why I chose the Speedy Bandolier is going to be because of the price point, because of the fact that it's a classic bag that's going to stay in style forever. It's basically a great forever bag. And because you have a lot of options as far as which size is right for you. There really is no such thing as a perfect right size. A lot of us do enjoy the 25, yes, but there's many of us that enjoy the 30 or 35 or 20. Me, myself, and I, yes, the 20. Enjoy the 20 just as much as I do the 25, if not more. So it's really just a personal decision, but the Speedy Bandolier is definitely going to be a bag that is well worth your money. And from the feedback that I've gotten, my goodness, so many of you have reached out to me when I did do a video on the best Louis Vuitton bag that Louis Vuitton's ever made. I got so many comments that were saying things like, I love my Speedy Bandolier. I use it every day. My Speedy Bandolier is my go-to bag. There is no better bag than the Speedy Bandolier. So a lot of you guys, I know you agree with me because I've literally read so many of your comments and we definitely think alike. It's definitely a great bag. So that's going to be it on what I consider to be 7 pieces from Louis Vuitton that are definitely worth your money. If you happen to have any comments or questions on the pieces that I went over, also, if you happen to own any of those pieces, I'd love to know your experiences with them, good or bad. And then also, if you guys have any other pieces that I did not go over and you think that they should have been added to the list, please let me know in the comment section below. I always think it's a great idea to share ideas with one another and to help each other. Because as we all know, these pieces are not inexpensive and we like to kind of sort of take our time when we purchase them because we want to enjoy them. We definitely don't want to have any regrets after we purchase. So please feel free to chime in on the conversation with your experiences with these pieces or other pieces that you feel should be added to this list. Again, any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Say it all the time, mean it all the time. I love hearing from you. All right, you guys, now's the time of the video where I completely change topics as I typically do from speaking about luxury to something that's definitely more insightful, meaningful, and inspirational. The topic of today's video is going to be loving one another as yourself. Jesus told Pharisees when they asked him, Jesus, what are the 2 most important commandments? He said, number 1, to keep him first in your life, and number 2, to love your neighbor as yourself. It's very interesting that out of all of the commandments, that Jesus chose these 2 to be the very most important. And I think a lot of us could gain so much from listening to these words, especially because we are living in a time, I think all of us know, there is a lot of divisiveness going on in the spiritual realm, and we're pretty much seeing it played out on earth. It's spiritual warfare being played out on earth. I've basically been saying that for the last 5 years. I definitely see a lot of spiritual warfare going on, which basically is there is a war going on in another dimension between God and the enemy, and we're seeing that being played out on earth. And there really is a war for our souls. God wants us. We are his children, and the enemy, unfortunately, wants us. I hate him so much. God tells us not to hate, but we're allowed to hate him. And I definitely hate him. I'm so glad that Jesus said one of the 2 most important commandments is to love each other as we love ourselves. When we think about the love that we should have for ourselves, it should be very, very strong. It should be just as much as we love anybody that we love so deeply. It should be very, very strong. I wish it was just a perfect world, but you know, there are a lot of hurting people. So with hurting people, sometimes they're just not as easy to get along with. And I've noticed in my own life that when I apply what Jesus tells me to do, to love that person like I love myself, it makes it so much easier to be around people that are hurting and they kind of take it out on other people. I don't get offended. I don't feel any type of unforgiveness whatsoever. Rather, I feel happy. I feel peaceful in my spirit because I'm doing like Jesus wants me to do. And yeah, spiritual warfare, it's going on right now, you guys. And I think there's just so much that if we could see into the spiritual realm that's going on, we would just really, really wake up to the fact that the enemy wants us to not like each other. And we don't want him to get his way. We want to love one another. We want to love even our enemies, people that don't like us, even though that may be so hard. That's what Jesus taught us to do. And I've really come to learn, God's had me on a journey, you guys. In the last year, he has revealed so much to me. I've gotten so close to him and it's been a blessing. And he's really just revealed to me how important it is to love people, even if you feel they don't deserve the love. Because if you start to do that, like say, for example, there's somebody that really did you wrong and that hurt you in the worst way. And I've been there and I've been through that. Trust me when I tell you, I have been betrayed horribly in my life. But by forgiving other people, it's amazing because I can see kind of into their soul and I can see the pain that they have. And all of a sudden, it's amazing because instead of feeling resentment or unforgiveness, I start to feel pity for those people. And then I start praying for them because I feel sad for them. And it's really interesting how it works that way. And also, you know, with what God has taught me is the Bible really is black and white. And I don't like to say that. I don't like to say it, but it's basically math. When we obey, when we do what God tells us to do, he's going to open the most amazing doors in your life. All of his promises are there for you to accept and keep. But we have to do our part and meet him in the middle because God is always reaching for us. His destination is literally you. He's trying to meet you, but we have free will. And he's never going to force us to love him. But we have that free will to love him and to accept his love and to let him into our hearts. So my main message is to do our best to love other people, give people grace, to not judge people, and to just not allow the enemy into our lives, to not allow him to give us feelings of hatred towards other people. The journey that Jesus has had me on for the last year, he's revealed so very much to me. And it's only made me better. I'm only getting better and better. And I really feel that's the whole point while we're here, to become the very best versions of ourselves, to be as Christ-like as possible. And it goes back to what would Jesus do? When we think to ourselves, what would he do? And to go along with that. And if you're ever in a situation where it's hard to be around a certain person, to just really practice that, loving that person like you love yourself. Jesus' words. And I'm telling you from experience, you're going to feel amazing. You're going to feel great. At the end of the day, you're really going to benefit from that. It's amazing how God tells us to do certain things that can be very, very hard, but then it makes us feel so great. There is such reward in listening to him. So I encourage you guys to love everybody and to also, of course, love yourself. And on top of that, most importantly, love God above all things. When we put God number one in our lives, he's always going to take care of us. That is scriptural. So let's do our best to be good, kind people, not only in person, but in our thought life. It's really only going to make our lives that much better. On top of that, it's going to make other people's lives that much better as well. It's really just a win-win. So that's what I have to say on the topic of loving one another as yourself. If you happen to have any comments or questions on that topic, and or any comments or questions on what I consider to be 7 Louis Vuitton pieces worth your money, please leave them in the comment section below. Again, I'd love to know if you have any of the pieces that I showed. I'd love to know your experiences with them. And I'd also love to know if there are other pieces you believe should be on that list. It's always great to help others that are considering different Louis Vuitton pieces. So that's going to be it. I'm very, very much looking forward to my next video. I think you guys will be too. If you made it to the end of this one, I greatly thank you. Until my next, you guys take care, and I look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Bye. Bye.